got a new shirt. Alright, so I'm just home from work, middle of the week. I ran out of videos that I recorded last weekend, so doing one now so I can get one up for you. And I know in the last video I mentioned that I was going to talk about Batman v Superman, but I posted in the wrong order and being tired and silliness. So, welcome back to another episode of Dear Kevin. I am George Efta, and this week we're talking about one of my screenplays. This one is called ASININE. So this is solidly into phase 2. This is my favorite screenplay I've written. After writing all those scripts in high school that were very much autobiographical and based on me and my friends, I wanted to do something completely different when I left high school and was living with my mother in Austin. And I didn't have a job, didn't go to school, I was just living with my mother, hanging out at home and writing a lot of movies. And I wanted to write something that was a crime movie, a Pulp Fiction type of movie, a Fargo type of movie, a Big Lebowski type of movie. I wanted to do a Coen Brothers movie or a Tarantino movie or whatever. I wanted to do a big action-y movie. So I didn't have any goddamn ideas. Zero. All I had were snippets of dialogue here and there, some vague ideas for characters, and a couple of images that were, action-oriented. The original title of this, the working title for the longest time, was just Goofy Action Movie. I didn't have one in mind. Eventually, I settled on the name ASININE, because let's face it, most of these fucking characters in this movie are retarded. So according to this script was begun in May of 2009, May 14th, 2009, at 2:09 in the morning, and completed October 13th, 2009. So about 5 months, just a day under 5 months actually. It's a long script. There's a lot going on in this. It's, just like all my other stuff, got a lot of dialogue, so it'll play faster than it will read. Because it's got a lot of dialogue, but it's very fast-paced, fun, talky dialogue. That's just incomprehensible and stupid. It's got a lot of fast-paced, back-and-forth, witty dialogue, so say there's a 5-page scene in here, it won't take 5 minutes on film. It'll probably take, a minute and a half. It's 156 pages, according to, the formatting of the way you write screenplays. I got a text, that's what that sound is over there. 156 pages, so about a 2.5 hour movie, which seems about right. I'd like to run a little faster than that before I actually film it. So I got a couple of opening quotes, a couple of epitaphs. The first one is, "First, God created idiots, ... which is a Mark Twain quote. And the other one is, "If stupidity got us into this mess, then why can't it get us out?" which is a Will Rogers quote. Both of those seem to sum up the spirit of the script. There's a bunch of characters in this movie. It's a fairly ambitious screenplay. When I look back at it, I'm really proud of myself that I managed to not fuck it all up. What is the story of ASININE? Well, the main character is a girl, because I wanted to write a strong female part, because a lot of notes I'd gotten from my friends and teachers and whoever about my previous screenplays is I'd written a lot of girls who were just kind of like not real characters, just kind of dream girls, and only existed to kind of further the male protagonist, and they were right. So, being a fan of women, I thought I'd write an action movie starring one. So the movie opens up actually with her boyfriend, and it's kind of this bait and switch of a movie where you think it's going to be about him, and then she takes the movie over. So her boyfriend works for the mob, or a crime boss. It's not specific, there's no specific family, but works for a criminal. He's a low-level guy doing errands and, kind of a gopher. And as the movie begins, it's clear that he has a suitcase full of money or jewels. I just did the Pulp Fiction thing where I don't explain what it is. He and his brother have stolen a suitcase containing something very valuable that belongs to their crime boss. However, they don't want to return it. They're going to keep the briefcase. So, big-ass action sequence at the beginning that sends him off on the run. And the crime boss tracks down the girlfriend. The girlfriend had no idea that he was involved in criminal activity. So the crime boss tells her, your boyfriend stole something from me, and I'm going to fucking kill him. And after that, if I still haven't found what I want, I'm going to kill you. So now the chase is on kind of to get this briefcase back. So we got the boyfriend on the run. We got the girlfriend who just wants to get her boyfriend out of trouble and make sure she isn't killed. She finds the briefcase. He left it at their apartment. And when she goes to return it, she overhears them talking, the bad guys talking. And it's clear that he's going to kill them anyway, because witnesses are a bad thing. So she goes on the run with the money. The mob boss sends out a couple of other low-level, one notch above our boyfriend character, but low-level, kind of scumbag characters to go get the briefcase back, and he's called in like the best professional killer on the market as a last resort, just in case kind of thing. So there's a slew of characters after this briefcase, and a lot of interactions back and forth. It's a really fun movie. It's a very simple plot. It's something, it's No Country for Old Men. It's Do the Right Thing. It's No Country for Old Men. It's Dumb and Dumber. It's the Pulp Fiction movie. It's just, there's a thing everybody wants, and let's all go get it. It's Rat Race. It's Mad World. It's a very simple plot. My take on it was that I wanted to write about a specific set of characters, and as I was writing it, I didn't really have an avatar in this movie. Usually there's a very strong character that I feel connected to. This one I didn't have it until I was about 2/3 of the way done. I was really working through it quickly by that point towards the end. And I realized that the lead, the female, is sort of my avatar, but really I realized that my big connection to this movie wasn't that I love crime movies, although that's in there. The big connection to this one, the big theme of this movie is every single character wants to be in a different place than where they are. Literally or metaphorically. Everybody wants to change. Everybody wants to be better than who they were. And at the time, I was living with my mother and, doing nothing but writing movies. And I didn't plan that. That wasn't like a thematic thing that I thought out. It was just this undercurrent to pretty much every character in the movie is, I don't like my station in life. I wish I was doing something different than what I'm doing. And fucking, come on, what can we do to change our stations in life? What can we do to make ourselves better people? I don't even know how to make myself a better person, but I'm going to try, that's kind of what's going on underneath all the boom, explosions, witty dialogue, lots of vulgarity, lots of fucking fun. Very fucking fun movie. It's more of a comedy action film than it is an action comedy. There are some set pieces. There's some shootouts, there's some explosions. Nope, it's not a car chase. But there's lots of cool, action set piece moments. There's a lot of cool fist fights in it. I've written some really interesting action, I think, in it. People that have read it said the action's really good and exciting. But almost every scene of the movie has quite a few jokes in it. It's really, really funny, as well as being action-packed. I don't think I made this connection at the time. I'm making it now that I talk about it. It's very much an Edgar Wright kind of movie, a Shaun of the Dead or a Hot Fuzz type of movie, where, Hot Fuzz is absolutely a comedy, first and foremost. It's so goddamn well written. It's so funny. There's a joke every few seconds in that movie. However, if you take all the humor out of that movie, it's a really intricate police thriller and a spectacular action movie, which is what he made. So, same thing with Asinine. If you take all the jokes out of Asinine, you'd still have a bunch of desperate characters wanting to change their lives, and it would be this very tense, emotional story with beats of very strong violence. So, that's, I guess, what the genre I was working in was a parody, or not a parody, a loving tribute to a genre that is very funny, but also absolutely is that genre. So, like I said, it's got a lot of characters. If you don't like the leads, you'll probably like one of the side characters. They all kind of talk similarly in the same way Tarantino characters all kind of talk the same. But they all have very distinct personalities. I had very specific actors in mind. My dream cast for this movie was Ben Foster, Zooey Deschanel, Martin Scorsese. Yes, the director, I had him in mind, playing the crime boss as an actor. Kurt Russell, Seth Rogen, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Matthew Perry, who am I forgetting? Anne Hathaway. I think that's everybody. So obviously that's just what I had in my head, but that gives you some example, some idea of like how far flung I had in mind for what this cast should be. I want it to be all over the place. I wanted to be, incorporate a lot of different age groups. I wish there were more female characters. Looking at it now, there's really only the one. But her arc is spectacular. Like, she starts, the main character's name is Zoe, the girlfriend of the guy who stole the money briefcase thing. She starts the movie very much just the simpering girlfriend, and she just wants to be, like, all she wants in life, or so she thinks, is to be a wife and be a mother and stay at home and bake cookies and just, that's all she thinks she wants. And by the end of this movie, it's less about what happened to the briefcase and more about, like, she's so done with that fucking idiot boyfriend of hers. Like, it's the last line of the movie, I think, is, spoilers. Those two characters, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, survive. Not everybody does. There's some death in this movie, which was new for me. I killed some people off. I mean, I guess I killed somebody in Fathers and Sons, but it was all off camera and kind of like a setup to a story. This was very much different. This was, I'm going to kill a character that I created, and it's a very powerful thing. Anyway, those two characters, Ben and Zoe are their names, they survive the story. And at the end, they're on the street, and Ben says to his girlfriend, hopefully he thinks they're still dating, so, like, what do you want to do now? Like, what should we do? Like, I don't know what to do with myself. What should we do? And she goes, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm going home. And then she just kind of walks away. Like, it's a lovely little movie. The people who have read it think it's my best screenplay. My best friend, Kevin, not Kevin Smith, different Kevin, a real-life Kevin, he thinks it's the best thing I've written. He thinks it's a lot of fun. My buddy Mikey in Los Angeles, he liked it a lot. My mother likes it a lot. The Nickel Fellowship seemed not to like it, which I understand. It's really long. It's very much, cliched. It doesn't have a very original plot. What it does have is a lot of heart and humor, which is what I was going for, Tell a movie fan that the only thing that makes a movie good is originality and a simple structure, and you'll get a lot of dirty looks, which is what screenplay contests are looking for, is an original voice and, well, not an original voice, but an original take on subject matter and very simple structure. Then, show them Shaun of the Dead and watch everyone lose their fucking mind, which has got the simplest 3-act structure on the planet and, plays in such genres. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Like I said, I just got off work, so I'm a little dazed. If you like the idea of Asinine, check it on the blog. I'll have the link in the description, and I'll probably have it in an annotation somewhere. The blog is adolescentconceptions.wordpress.com. It's a lot of fun to read. I've heard from, like I said, lots of different people that they like this one a lot. It's very funny. It's got lots of good action sequences in it. It's got a lot of heart, too. There's a really fucked up subplot involving that professional killer I mentioned, who's traveling from across the country to kind of join the action. There's a really fucked up subplot that's one of the most painful but wonderful things I've ever written. It's one of my favorite scenes between him and a hitchhiker. You'll see what happens. I don't want to spoil it. So I'm really proud of this one. I like it a lot. I hope you guys read it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are reading any of my screenplays. Tomorrow I'll be back to talk about Kevin Smith shit again, which is a good enough segue into the Dear Kevin for today. Dear Kevin Smith, I wrote you a part in this movie, Asinine. As I said, if you watch the rest of the video, I wrote all the characters with actors in mind, and I named most of them after, the actors. So I wanted Zooey Deschanel, I named the character Zoe. I wanted Ben Foster, I named the character Ben. I don't think I actually named your character Kevin because it's a very small cameo-type role. And I remember getting pissed at myself when I had the idea, oh my god, I should write Kevin Smith into this movie. But by that point, in the writing process, I was 2/3 of the way through, and I was like, oh man, there's nobody, he's not right for anybody in this movie, and if I add a new character right now, it'll fuck up my structure. So I kind of wrote this very small scene where if you wanted to, you could show up and, work for half a day and get some laughs and give your stamp to the movie, and it could be pretty fun. This is the first time I've written a part for you, but not the last. That's true, but if any of you have read Asinine, sidebar to the rest of the audience, if any of you have read Asinine, then you know that the lead character is a very talky, funny, charming, witty person who talks to the camera a lot, talks to the audience a lot. I didn't have it in mind, but I think Kevin Smith, you, sir, you'd be fantastic as the lead in Ethan Alexander. I think that would make the movie wonderful. I think you could add such a layer of pathos and heart and humor to it. So, please, if you like, seek me out, sir, and I'll keep writing parts for you. There are other screenplays coming where I've written parts with you in mind. I think you're a wonderful actor. You don't have a chance to show it very often. When I get to Catch and Release, I'll be talking about that scene with you and Jennifer Garner in the hospital that it's my favorite scene of the movie. It breaks my heart. Your line in that movie where you're like, I just miss him, man. He was the man. You're an excellent actor, Kevin Smith, and this was the first screenplay of mine where I wrote a lead part. Not a lead part. A part at all. I wrote you a cameo part in mind. So, please read the screenplay someday if you watch this, and if you want to be an actor in one of my movies, if you'd like to be part of a young up-and-comers, stable of actors, I'd like to cast you in everything. But I'd make you act. I wouldn't just let you do the Kevin Smith shtick all the time. So I guess that's it. Sincerely, George. That's it for today. Sorry for the, scrambled nature of this video. Like I said, I wanted to get something up for you guys, and I'm pretty tired. At some point today, hopefully I'm going to get a call from another job offer. Not a job offer. Employment opportunities. I put an application in, so hopefully I can get the fuck out of Circle K soon and into a better job. So, thank you for watching. Please read my screenplay. Like I said, it's at adolescentconceptions.wordpress.com. And check me out on Facebook, George Efta. Check me out on Twitter, also George Efta. And yeah, let me know what you think. Share me with your friends, like and subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see you tomorrow with another Kevin Smith related video in this Dear Kevin series. This time talking about a book he wrote. So yay, books. See ya. Fucking the phone's ringing. I'm a busy guy.